Hi, my name is Alfonso Abizaid, and I am a neuroscientist working in Ottawa at Carleton University's Department of Neuroscience. The purpose of this video is to entice students like yourselves to consider a career in the health sciences and possibly a career in neuroscience. For me, neuroscience is possibly one of the most exciting fields currently available for study in the health sciences. First, I want to introduce you to brain. You can see this is a very good replica of a skull, and within it, you have the brain. Now, within this 4 pounds of tissue that we contain in our skulls, there are billions and billions of cells, and these cells all work together to provide for what we feel is the total human experience, from simple physiological functions like breathing, your heartbeats, to more complex functions such as, for example, attachment, fear, the way in which we learn, the way in which we relate to others, and even the way in which we think about the future, the way that we think about our loved ones, and the way that we think about even God. So all of those sort of very, very individual and very experiential mechanisms are contained within the brain. Now, there are many reasons of why I feel we should study neuroscience. And indeed, for example, it's very cool to go to a party and stand around and people ask you, what do you do? And some people say, well, yeah, I work here, I work there. But when I say I'm a neuroscientist, people would sort of look back and say, wow, that's kind of cool. It is, after all, the final frontier. Is the organ that we know the least, yet we know that it's the most important one. But also, if we think about all of the diseases that affect us today, most of them are related to or have something to do with how the brain works. Nowadays, humans get to live from 80 years plus, and that has led to an increase in the incidence of disorders like Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, which are all disorders of the brain, where the brain starts to age and starts functioning in a way that is abnormal and ultimately leading to death. Also, people are aware of disorders where the brain doesn't function properly, which can lead to this, mental illness, which we're all becoming more and more aware of. Understanding the brain allows us to understand how these disorders occur and give us ideas of how to try to cure them, or at least make people that suffer from these disorders have a much better life. In addition, there are other diseases, including the one that I'm most interested on, which has to do with the way in which we eat, or the way in which our metabolism works. So diseases like type 2 diabetes and obesity, which are clearly related to the way in which our brain senses information from the environment as well as from the organs in the rest of your body to regulate how much food we eat and how much energy we spend on our daily lives. So all of these things are incredibly important, especially when we think about our healthcare system and what are the things that really pose such as tremendous strain to our healthcare system, right? Chronic disorders like type 2 diabetes, mental disease, including diseases like depression, schizophrenia, as well as degenerative disorders like Alzheimer's disease and Parkinson's are major drains to the money that is allocated to our healthcare system. It is important that we understand how the brain works so that we can find cures that will essentially eliminate these drains from the money that is allocated to our healthcare, and just simply for the quality of life for those people that suffer from diseases of the brain, as well as those that are their caregivers, their family. Those are very important issues, and issues that hopefully we'll be able to deal with in the next 10 to 20 years. And for that, we need you. We need you to be interested on the brain. We need you to understand that the more we understand about this beautiful organ, the more ultimately your life and your lifestyle will improve as you grow older. So I invite you to look at neuroscience as a potential career in the health sciences. I invite you to become as excited as we are in studying the brain, and hopefully we'll be able to see you perhaps in a classroom in the near future.